Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday message for October 6th of 2024. Wow, here we are. We're 3/4 of the way through the year, and it's just so hard to believe that 9 months of 2024 have already passed. As we move into this fall season and knowing that the year's coming to a close, and I find that for myself, this is a very powerful time for introspection and reflection and taking a look at our own spiritual growth over these past 9 months. This can actually be a time when we can find ourselves looking back over these past months and contemplating our own personal spiritual journeys, the lessons we've learned, the transformations we've undergone. And today we're going to explore where we started at the beginning of the year, where we find ourselves now, and what changes we can make to amplify our growth before the year ends. At the beginning of the year, many of us set New Year's resolutions or intentions for our spiritual lives. And as Charles Fillmore once said, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And of course, this statement serves as an excellent reminder that our true essence, the true essence of each and every one of us, is that we are spiritual beings, and that it's crucial to align this day-to-day earthly experience with this really incredible deeper understanding. So when we reflect on where we were at the beginning of the year, we may remember feelings of uncertainty or confusion or even stagnation regarding our spiritual growth. Perhaps you felt disconnected from your spiritual self or overwhelmed by whatever the challenges that were going on in your daily life. Myrtle Fillmore once stated, "I am a child of God. Therefore, I do not inherit sickness." So, this acknowledgement of our divine nature is the core belief that we can take hold of to assist us in moving beyond any limiting beliefs that we might hold and to actually recognize our own potential for spiritual growth. So, in the early days of the year, we often commit to practices that really help us to delve more deeply into our spiritual growth, such as meditation, journaling, maybe community involvement. And these intentions serve as seeds planted with really the hope of blossoming into a greater understanding and connection with our own high self. And Ernest Holmes once wrote, "Change your thinking, change your life." So this simple yet profound idea actually encapsulates the transformative power of our intentions. So, way back when, at the beginning of the year, when we embarked on this journey, we may have faced setbacks or obstacles that tested our resolve to keep this going. The journey of growth is rarely a straight line. It's filled with ups and downs. And Saint Germain actually stated, every challenge is a gift. Every setback actually is a step forward. So taking this perspective on in our lives actually invites us to reframe our experiences and see them as integral to our spiritual evolution. So here we are today, reflecting on where we are now. And yet we have to recognize the progress we've made. All the work we've done through our spiritual practices actually may have led us to an increased awareness, a deeper connection with ourselves and others, and maybe even an increased sense of purpose. Matt Kahn once said, "You are a part of the unfolding of the universe. Everything you have done has brought you to this moment." So just acknowledging this reminds us to honor our journey and the unique contributions we've made along the way. When we look at how we are doing right now, we also have to look at the impact of our thoughts and feelings on our reality. Our inner awareness directly influences our external experiences. Charles Fillmore emphasized this connection, stating, "Thoughts are things, and we make our world by the thoughts we think." So when we cultivate positive, loving, and expansive thoughts, we are likely to attract experiences that reflect that energy. And of course, the opposite is just as true. If we dwell on fear and doubt or negativity, we may actually find ourselves facing challenges that mirror those feelings. So this principle aligns with the teachings of Ernest Holmes, who stated, "What you believe to be true about yourself in your life will become your experience." This is the law of attraction and action, reminding us that our beliefs shape our reality. So, just as important as the rest, it's also crucial to celebrate the achievements we have made, no matter how small. Each step forward is significant in our spiritual journey. Myrtle Fillmore's message of self-love and acceptance is truly where it's at. And she stated, "I am my own best friend." So by acknowledging our progress and treating ourselves with kindness, we actually create an environment conducive to further growth. And we can also express gratitude for the challenges that have shaped us. As Saint Germain once stated, gratitude is the open door to abundance. By appreciating our journey, including the difficult moments, we cultivate a mindset of abundance that allows for greater possibilities. So as we approach the end of the year, I personally feel that it's time to look at where we are and to see what changes we need to make to continue the spiritual evolution. Change is an inherent part of growth, and without it, we risk stagnation. Matt Kahn encourages us to embrace change by reminding us that the universe has a way of taking care of us when we surrender to the flow of life. One of the first steps in this process is to relook at the intentions we set at the beginning of the year. Are they still relevant in our lives? Have we grown in ways that require us to adjust our goals? Have things happened in our lives that we realize have set us off in a little different path than what we thought 9 months ago? So this is a time to honestly look at where we are and where we want to be. Charles Fillmore once wrote, "We are constantly being challenged to grow, to evolve, to move into a greater state of being." So by evaluating our original intentions, we are honoring the dynamic nature of our spiritual journey. And then next, we can take a look at any limiting beliefs that could be hindering our growth. These beliefs often stem from past experiences or any conditioning we had growing up. Ernest Holmes taught that the only limits are those we place upon ourselves. So identifying these beliefs allows us to challenge and replace them with affirmations that empower us. Myrtle Fillmore once shared an affirmation that she used: "I am a beloved child of God, and I am worthy of all good." So now, as we prepare for the final months of the year, incorporating mindfulness practices can enhance our ability to stay present and aware. Saint Germain stated, "The present moment is where your power lies." So becoming more and more aware of this present moment assists us in actually moving forward. And by grounding ourselves in the now moment, we can respond to life with greater clarity and intention. And incorporating practices as meditation, breath work, or just simply taking moments to pause throughout the day can help us create a deeper connection to ourselves and our spiritual path. One of the things we sometimes forget about on this journey of growth is how important community is. Engaging with like-minded people can provide support, encouragement, and inspiration for us. The Matt Kahn says that when we are dealing with community, the love you seek is already within you, waiting to be expressed. So by creating connections with others, we actually create a space for shared growth and mutual support and a place to share that love that we are. So finally, as we continue this journey of making the changes we wish to make, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Spiritual growth can be very challenging, and we can encounter setbacks along the way. Myrtle Fillmore's message of self-love states, we must learn to love ourselves as God loves us. So by treating ourselves with kindness, we create an environment where growth can actually flourish. So, as we reflect on the year that's passed, let's honor our growth, the growth that we have had during these past 9 months. And let's celebrate our achievements and embrace the changes that will lead us toward an even greater fulfillment. We are constantly being reminded that our spiritual journey is a continuous unfolding. We are spiritual beings engaged in a human experience, and each moment presents an opportunity for growth. Ernest Holmes once wrote, life is a mirror, and what you see is a reflection of what you want. So as we continue to grow, I invite us to more fully reflect the love, the light, and the abundance that is our true essence. The remainder of this year can actually be filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and spiritual awakening. So let's nurture our intentions, release those limiting beliefs, and embrace the present moment. Let's recognize the power of our thoughts and feelings in shaping our reality and celebrate the progress we have made. So let's join together with our energies and step into the future with open hearts, ready to receive the abundance that life has to offer. The time is now. So let's take advantage of that time. God bless everyone. Have an absolutely beautiful week.